That's good. That is good. I am very well, thank you. So I'm currently in my trying to wake up phase of the morning. So I've had a bagel. I'm partway through a coffee. Soon I will be a human. We can only hope. We can only hope that soon I will be a human again. As you can probably tell, my voice is still a little bit gruff. But soon I will be a human. And then I will be amazing. And we will dig all this shit out. And it will be great. At the moment, I'm subhuman. But soon, soon. Alright, is all this connected now? Okay. Lovely. Right, let's just, I think we'll do a little bit of this with tungsten. And connect you to there. Then these doors can be connected then. I need to put some robo-miners in today. And also, this automation is going to have to be moved. I'm going to move this over probably somewhere in the middle of these sensors. So we'll change the automation up, put it over here. And then I'm going to do another 6 automation over here, I think, if it'll fit. It should fit. Should be pretty much an exact footprint of this. It's a little bit annoying, but I think it has to be done. Because I want solar panels in here really badly. So yeah, we will do that. We will do that. Lovely. So now let's bang you in. Like so. We'll get rid of you. Really boogalicious, how's it going? Good afternoon, friends and Growski, bagel and coffee. Wait. Do I not fit into the friends category? Friends and Growski? Does that make me an enemy, Booger? Are we enemies now? It's too early to be enemies. Son of a bitch. Being human is overrated, yeah. Morning, it's 4:30 PM in the, you're not in the UK. G-Bust, I am in the UK, however, I've not long been awake. I was up all night playing Minecraft, alright? I'm sorry. I've not long been awake. I've been awake for like an hour, but I've not done my routine yet, my ritual. You actually put solar within the main part of the base, shine but power. We did that a few updates back, Tiger, but it ruins your game. It starts lagging you out. I think we had 180 shine bugs or something, but it's kind of a bit of a waste, really. It works, don't get me wrong, but it was a bit of a waste. So we ripped it out. We had the mass shine bug killing of 2018. It was one of the first things we tried when the shine bugs came in, to be fair. What am I looking for? What am I here for? Oh yeah, I want one of these. You can go there, and then we'll also want a drop-off point, like so. And we'll make you out of gold as well. You thought it would lag too? Not at all. Oh, it does when you get a big enough number. We had to get rid of ours for lag in the end, because it dropped our FPS by about 10. So we had, I think it was 180 shine bugs in a space like that big on screen. So we had to get rid of all ours. I say we've done it before, mate. We have done it before. It was fun. It was good for science, but unfortunately, it killed our game. Which, you know, it's one of those things. Right, so this pipe down here is my my gas leveling sensors down here, right? To keep our carbon dioxide in check at the south of the map. But what I'm probably going to do is bridge into here with this pipe that we've left. So if this is empty, we can still be feeding them some CO2. So what I think we'll do, we'll bridge this pipe. So I'll just get this ripped out. Yeah, we'll just leave that like that. Don't need to use any fancy pipes or anything here, so this is fine. And then we'll do a bit of this. And then we'll deconstruct this bit of pipe as well. And then this will split our feed. Now at the moment, we're going to have no... excuse me. At the moment, we're going to have no slicksters down here on this side, but I'm still going to bang everything in now, just for ease. So we'll do something like this. And some of this. Now, obviously, currently, we've got more carbon dioxide just in our oil biome than a vent's going to allow us to move. So I'm probably going to make a few of these tiles on the outside, pneumatic airflow tiles. Or in fact, I could just rip out some of these walls, because these aren't counted towards the stable. So I could just do some of that. for now. Do the same over here as well. That'll be fine. Must have been updates because it used to lag with this amount now. Ah, I see. 2 times Radian Nitro 580 pluses. Jesus. Yeah, I've not got an Intel CPU, so I don't think my CPU is the best for this sort of game. I'm on a Ryzen chip at the minute. But yeah, it nearly killed our game. So it's a nice idea, but we won't be doing it. Not again. We made basically a sun. We made the second sun in our base, and it was glorious, don't get me wrong. But unfortunately, it also nearly killed the game. Right, let's get our astronaut back in. We'll do another space mission straight away. And then we'll be good to go. You're also a friend, a Groski friend. I don't have any enemies yet. You have one now, sir. Jesus. Twitch is derpy again, it won't show chat for me. Oh, Samat, what the hell? Unless Oni is heavily optimised, cough, then you want a damn fast quad-core Intel chip. Yeah, I think that is the deal. Is Nails coming straight up here? Oh, Nails is desperate to get to space. Incredible. We're going again. We're retracting the gantry. More research. Go, go, go. Holy research module. That thing can fly with the steam engine? Yeah. Steam engine can hold 9 of these research modules. And it'll go to the first comets. That's about it, really. So we can go to here. It'll go 10.3 kilometers. We're off. We're out of here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, I just need to keep grinding this a little bit more. So whenever we can, we'll launch the old rocket. And we just need to manually dig this out every now and again when a few bits land on it. I think, in fairness, the rocket landing normally kills a lot of this stuff, but we'll just dig it out. It's easy that way. I want to get this done as well, because then we can get into here and do our glass stuff. I might just drop this liquid down a bit more from this side before we do too much else. Otherwise, I won't be able to get through here. So let's do a bit of this. Nailu, thank you for the bits. Oh, for the rocket launch bits. I've just remembered. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we'll drop this down to like there, and then I'll knock through this wall, and we can get this bit finished. That'll be good. I just want to make sure our critters and stuff are hatching. Also check the room size, because I've kind of winged this. 97 tiles at the minute. Ooh, why is it 97? What have I missed? How have I made this 97 tiles? Oh well. Let's slap another tile in here. Boop. Fuck you guys, I'm going to go to space! Nails, 2018. Yeah. You opened the chlorine, guys, and forgot about it. I just looked to the right of my base. Chlorine everywhere! Ah, but I bet there's no germs. You need to look for the silver lining. I bet there's no germs at all. Okay, I'm probably going to trap some of these boys. So, we've got our thing up now. Let's change this to... Let's auto-wrangle. We'll keep this to 8. And we'll just have 8 slicksters. I don't think that'll be too bad. And we just want in here slickster and slickster larvae, right? We'll keep that at 9. We'll do this at a 9. I want all my ranching to be done with a priority, basically. Oh, so we'll get this done. That'll be lovely. I might need to keep this vent here for now. It's a bit derpy, but it makes sense. And then we'll split this feed 3 ways, basically. So it's going to go, it'll come from this bridge, and it'll go bang, bang, bang. And that'll be fine. So, we'll just get that tile done. The only other thing that we need to get in here is some power. Yeah. So, that's not a big deal. We'll just use a bit of gold for this. Should have plenty kicking around. Just do that. Do this like a 7. This one is not important. This is only for when we get some molten slickers, and for now we're probably not going to get any too soon because the CO2 is too cold. I might need to drop a few eggs somewhere else when we start getting some excess eggs to get some molten boys. So if I remember rightly, unless it's above a certain temperature, the chance for molten slickers is pretty low. Yeah, 100. I don't know if you can see this because I'm probably in the way. We need to get 100 degrees, between 100 degrees and 250 degrees to get a molten lava egg increased chance, basically. But what I'll do, I'll keep an eye on the critter eggs and see if we can get a few. Lovely. So this can now pump again. It's going to try and fill up this vent, but it's going to struggle because obviously the pressure out here is like 4 kilos. So nice. I'll just run this plumbing out as well. There's one last job, and then I can actually take off the access rights to this door then. We'll make all this a 7 as well. That can all be done. You're going to be an 1. And now this should be a lovely ranch, which is great. So that bridge is now in place. This can be removed, and there's our little tank. And we'll set this to above 500 kilos. So when there's a bit of oil in here, it'll pump. Until that point, it's not going to do much. We can also try and trap some of these boys. Now, I did notice that they made a change to the traps. And I don't know when this was brought in, but they don't melt anymore into naphtha. They instead just break, and they seem to still work even when they're broken. So we'll see how this goes. It might work, it might not. I think they still work though. Put tepid in the oil they're making and some thermal plates. Oh, to make sorry, put tepid in the oil and make some thermal plates. To warm this up to make molten slickers. Nah, we'll just wait. It's fine. We'll get some eventually. I'm not in a rush for them. That ranch has a liquid lock with mesh tile walls. Yeah, there is a reason for that, Peach. Eventually, this will all be insulated. Eventually, it will be liquid locked. Alright, but for now we've got so much carbon dioxide outside, I'm just going to let them eat this carbon dioxide and lower the levels a little bit. So, there's method in my madness, it's just for now. Don't worry about it. The mesh tiles down here are to drop down any oil or petroleum. But yeah. How are you, by the way, Prom? How's it going? Have you been streaming a lot of this recently? If you haven't before, by the way, guys, you should check out Prom live every now and again. He's a lovely French streamer. So you may have to go in and learn some French and get a bit cultured, as I did. I sat there not knowing what was going on until he kindly replied to me. But he's been playing a lot of Oni. We're using your automation in space, by the way, Prom Live. However, we have found a problem. And I don't know if you've encountered this yet. The automation of the doors. The doors close at different speeds depending on where you're looking at. If you're not looking at the doors when the automation goes off, they don't close. Kinda sucks. Kinda sucks balls. Big balls. Big old balls. Right. We'll just mop this up, and then we'll mop this stuff that's here. And then we can dig through here, and this is where we're going to make a bit of quick glass. The only way to fix this is to never look at space. Incredible. Such fix. Son of a bitch. Yeah. It's triggered me a little bit. It really has. Also, we're getting more and more chlorine growing in this geyser room, which is bothering me as well. Might have to open this at some point. It's not a big deal because it's not a vacuum out here, but it's still very annoying. It's a problem I wish we didn't have to deal with. This is a messy boy as well. Yeah, we've got lots of polluted water and digging and stuff that we need to do to collect some stuff. You know, all this polluted water, I'll probably drop it all down here. Dig this out and have a little polluted water trench here. Because we have got quite a lot still kicking around on the map. This is going to end up being a bit of a melted pool of polluted water and clean water as well. Oh, don't leave that plastic there. Why would you do that? Alright, let's see if we can trap this bastard. Trap's gone. No, they seem to still be there. They're here. As I say, I don't think they melt anymore. I think they just break. Plastic will melt. If you just leave some plastic down here, it'll turn into naphtha. But I don't think traps do. I could be wrong. I've only tested it briefly, but I could be wrong. We'll soon find out. We just need these bastards to come up here. Nice. So yeah, I've upped this to a 7. They can get on with this when they want. This is all 7 down here. I've done a few digs down here, by the way. I've mapped them out. I think these are priority 7 as well. So this is kind of just for them to do when I'm not bullying them to do everything priority 9. Do you know what I mean? Excuse me. This is stuff that I want them to do when I'm not looking at them, basically. Lovely. I've got a feeling I've forgotten something. Everything seems to be ticking on alright. How are hatch numbers, by the way? 7, 4, 8 and 4. Interesting. Let's get some hatches wrangled. 6, perfect. 40. Let's give you a new lease of life. Let's get you wrangled. And get you wrangled as well. Some of these are probably going to drop into the water, but whatever. It is fine. Let's get all these cleared out, and then hopefully the next time we look, they'll all be young boys. Plenty of hatches. 46. Time for you to shine. Oh.
Brought to you by Steel.
Vixen, thank you. Brought to you by Steel, the wonder material needed for everything. Thank you, Vixen. That was very kind. Alright then. So, we can now finish this stuff off. How does your automation work for the hatches and their eggs? I was planning to do one for higher meat production. It's a very basic farm, in fairness. There's not really any automation in there. So all that happens in here is periodically in the evening, these doors open, and any coal or anything that's sat on these doors gets dropped down, falls through these pneumatic doors. Some of the eggs get collected on the mesh tiles here, the rest of them fall into the water, and these just hatch over time and turn into eggshell. Or depending on how quickly the eggs hatch, they'll hatch into critters. Yeah, sorry, I'm saying complete nonsense. These hatch into critters and then they drown, so we get meat and eggshell. The other option you've got is to collect all your eggs and put them in a compactor, and then when they break in the compactor, they turn into eggshell and eggs. And I think Saturnus is talking about a build, he's probably backed on the forums by now, of cooking eggs with hot oil, basically. Putting your eggs in compactors, letting them pop out as eggs. Putting your eggs in compactors, letting them self-hatch into raw eggs, fall into some oil, it's like 72 degrees or something, and then it will cook into fried eggs or omelettes. But yeah, there's none of that in ours really. We just collect the eggs by letting them drop down. We collect the meat and the shells more than anything. So that's how it works. That is how it works. Oh, I've got a lot of lag. A lot of lag. A lot of lag right now. Don't know why. But yeah, if you check on the forums, there's loads of builds for like how to fully automate your ranches and stuff. I just honestly don't really give a shit. More often than not, there's some bottlenecks. So, and I don't really want to be feeding my dupes omelettes, to be fair, because omelettes are pretty shit. So I'd rather get the meat from it and use barbecue instead. Where are you off to? Oh, doing a bit of repairing, are you? Very good. Very good. Okay. So we can now dig through here anyway and start doing this bottom bit with our dupes. Do I want to put a little gantry in here? I probably will do. Let's just rip all this crap out. I'll put some mesh tiles in. Omelettes are pretty good as a just-in-case food. Yeah, they're not bad. Don't get me wrong, they're not bad, but I'd rather... We're not in a position where we need to settle for omelettes. We can do what we want. So, fuck omelettes. Basically. Omelets is basic bitch. We don't need to do basic bitch at cycle 900 nod. We've got barbecue, we've got mushrooms, we've got shitloads of sleet wheat we can turn into, you know, pepper bread. We can do what we want. Labrador, how's it going? How's your space program going? We're doing alright. We've got a rocket in space at the minute. We're just waiting on him to come back. Okay, look. So these traps are now broken, right? But I'm not going to let my dupes come and repair them, because I think they still work. So let me just disable auto repair. And we'll see what happens. Where are my slicksters gone? Ah, you bastards. They're miles away. Alright, let's put a few more traps in as well. I just want to get the slickster farm up and running, really. We'll put a couple here and put one over here as well. And slap one over here. Does barbecue still reduce dupes' athletic score? Yeah, it does. Yeah, and lower stress, yeah. So it does make them a little bit slower, but when you're late game and you've got like 20 athletics or something, yeah, look, the trap still worked. So even though it's broken, it still worked. So you can slap them down, they don't melt anymore, and they still catch your critters. A little bit broken, but I don't know. I don't know. My chat has been broken for a while. Pseudo, it was broken. Why? Can you show me your power production setup in this colony, please? Yeah, certainly. I'll show you in just a sec, Labrador. Let me just see if my dupes are going to come and collect this slickster first. They should do. Yeah, there we go. Look. So I hope that helps you guys. You don't need to worry about putting your traps down anymore. Just whack them down, disable auto repair, and Godspeed, basically. Just try and remember where you've put your traps. Ah, pish. And then, voila. Using the Twitch app. Oh, I see. Twitch app's not been too bad for me recently. I've just having problems with Twitch full stop. Right, let's just dig this boy out so he can be free. We'll just do that, and then he can hop up here. And we'll put another trap in below. We should have loads of slicksters off the back of this. And then the last thing I'm going to want to do is probably slap a little room down here. Eesh. Yeah, I don't want this to ever work, really. I'm going to slap a little room here for wrangling additional boys. We'll make this out of a bit of gold. Might be okay. And we'll have to get rid of you. Put in you. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just deciding how I want to do this. Maybe we'll do it up here. Boop. Need to not forget my rocket as well, because otherwise I'll have a big steely nightmarish mess in a moment. So rocket's at 86. Let's do a bit of this. Lovely. Hashtag liquid steel is good, yes. What are we talking about? I have Android, if that makes a difference. I'm an Android. See, it's been alright for me, to be honest. Didn't I put another trap in down here? Yeah, I did. Lovely. So how's our slickster farm looking now? We're getting there. We have our first bits of oil. Very good. Very good. Alright, we need to get ready to open the doors. I have up to 3.7 million kilocalories at the moment, mostly stuffed berries. Nice, Nick. We don't actually have a bristleberry farm at the moment. We've just got a bristleberry farm for our Drecos. We've got loads of water ready for it, but I've just not bothered putting the farm in. But the dream is either berry sludge or stuffed berries for late game food. I like pepper bread, but I normally just do pepper bread in an emergency if I need it. I just leave the sleet wheat as a rule. So yeah, this is entombed at the minute. I want to see how well the rocket digs this stuff out. 99%. So it should be on its way now. Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? It is pretty with all the meteors and stuff. Berry sludge is annoying. Sleet wheat takes dirt to grow now. Yeah, Nick, just leave your... Oh, look at this. We've got a meteor and a rocket coming at the same time. Leave lots of sleet wheat wild, and you can probably just make do with just wild sleet wheat, in fairness. So yeah, if we watch this now... Oh, it only does the tiles immediately underneath it. That's fine. I wasn't sure how much it would actually dig out. But that's okay. We'll just do a little manual dig here. We're getting all of our sweet, sweet research, which is lovely. Had a bit of meteor damage on the ladders here, but that's okay. Lovely. Scoosh. What's happened here? What the hell happened here? What? Where did this come from? What the hell? Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, we need to get the old glass forge up and running. I'm probably just gonna do the one of them. No, we'll do two. We'll do two of the bastards. I'm gonna make them out of ceramic because reasons, and I'm gonna bang them. I'm gonna bang them there and there. Now, these take quite a bit of power, if I remember rightly. Hold on. Let's just check. 1.2 kilowatts. Big boys. But that's fine. We have a transformer right here. Oh, a wire right here. So I can slap a transformer in and just do a heavy watt wire for these. They're not going to be running flat out, in fairness, but whatever. So I'll just do a bit of that. We'll slap a smart battery in. And a bit of juicy wire. Iron ore. Yeah, we'll use a bit of iron. Bang. And then you're going to come up here and do... Wow, making a right hammer this. You just come to there for a minute. I'll drop this down a little bit more, obviously, so they're not flooded. But this will give us more than enough glass for what we need, I would think. This is temporary, alright? It's temporary. And we'll just dig a bit more of the sides out or something. Just to drop the wetter a little bit more. Permanent, you said? No! Temporary! Temporary! Okay. So we should now have plenty of slicksters going down here. I'm hoping we've not overfilled the room with all the ones that we trapped. Yeah, we're pretty much bob on. And then we'll just slap in this room down here, which should be fine for dumping off critters. That should be okay. Excuse me. Actually, we don't really need any more, do we? When are we oxalite refining? Probably pretty soon. We should hopefully have... yeah, we've nearly finished the research on this, so I just need to check why we're not doing basic research. We might not have access to water at the minute. Where's my research stations? Yeah, we're missing water. I probably need to pump a little bit of water in here. Just to give them some water to go at. Hey. You there. Get collected. Yeah, we'll just do this. I know it's in a bit of a derpy place, but rather than put anything in the base, once I've done the research, We don't need any water for anything, really. And don't put any water in the... I don't really put any water in the water coolers or anything, so this will be fine. I could actually just do this off here. Yeah, fuck it. So this will give them a bit of water to get to. It's only for a little bit of research, so... that will be fine. And this is going to be for molten slickster, molten larvae, slickster. Lovely. Cool. So yeah, this is going to be our petrol launch rocket place. Now, this is going to generate a lot more heat than the steam one. So we're probably going to want some metal tiles in here to absorb some of the heat, and then we can decide what we want to use it for. I might do like metal tiles and a turbine or something, whack some water in here, and then the turbine can cool it off. As I mentioned last stream, the best thing to do with these hot rockets is to use one of the these bits. You know where the vacuum curves down? That is your best bet, because then it deletes all the heat. So like where I've built these was really dumb, really. And in hindsight, if I'd known more about the rockets at the time, I would have built them further over here and used this vacuum space instead of using this stuff, which basically makes the heat go away slower. So that's a tip for any of you that are going to do this yourselves. Build your rockets in the vacuum space, and then the heat is really not a problem. But as it's going to be here, we're probably going to collect it. So I'll probably do like a bulk of metal down here, some bunker tiles over the top, and then we'll collect the heat over to the side or something. We'll use it to maybe run a turbine or something. I'm not really thinking about that yet, because you can get by for a good while without needing to do anything with the heat. So, oh yeah, the power setup tour. There's not really much to show you, really, Labrador, to be fair. We've only got, at the moment, we have on each side. Secret. Secreto. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. On each side of the base, we've got a power grid. All right, so it's just mirrored on the other side of the base as well, over here. Okay, so what we have is some hydrogen gens, some coal gens, and then at the bottom here, we've got some natural gas gens as well. And they're all done with automation, so that they only get toggled on when I want them to. And then all of our transformers and our batteries are all on automation as well, so that they only get toggled on when the battery needs some power. So it's not really much of a power grid, really. We've done much bigger grids in the past, but it's a bit of a basic bitch one, to be fair. Do you have any dense puffs? No, I don't think so, Asimus. We're just going to use the Oxylite refinery. It's cheap and cheerful, so it's dead easy. Dead easy. So let's get them a bit of water so that we can get our research up and running. We've got petroleum made. Now, we don't have loads of petroleum, but we have enough to do our rockets to begin with. I think for the sort of rockets we're going to make, we need like 2,700 kilos of petrol to begin with. So we've got plenty in here to do quite a few launches. So quite a lot. It's not filled up yet. If I'm pausing a lot, guys, it's because it's really fucking laggy at the minute. Super laggy. So I sort of have to pause to pan around a bit. We still need more critters in here. Where the fuck did all my critters go? I wrangled loads of them. If you ever do run out of critters in this build, by the way, you can just hatch a few eggs, and then the eggs will get automatically taken to the farms, which is, to be honest, an easy way of doing it. But I'm lazy and I like to do this without using too much power, so we'll just literally manually wrangle some of these bitches. That'll be fine. That will be fine. Heat is enough to melt Santa glass. The heat from the petroleum, not sure. I've not actually monitored exactly how much heat it is. I just know it's way more than steam. I didn't really keep an eye on how much was being kicked out, but again, on my single player game where I've tinkered with this a little bit, I built my rocket things in a vacuum, so I've had a much easier experience. That's kind of why I'm advising you guys, make sure you build your rocket launching pods or whatever in a vacuum, because it just makes it so much easier dealing with the heat. Unless you want to keep the heat for something, basically. So yeah, I didn't really notice how